Hi everyone, my name is Timi Dakolo, and I just spoke my utmost truth on Afrobeat Intelligence with Joy Accompanying.
Afrobeat Intelligence Podcast.
Afrobeat Intelligence, democratizing African music.
Good to see you, man.
To see you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, and how does it feel knowing that you are starting a new campaign? You're opening a new chapter in your artistic career. Nervous. Nervous. Why? Nervous. It takes a brave person to step out, from where they are used to. It's sweaty palms. Like, okay, this is a new side of me. For me, as a person, I enjoy it. It's the other person. I have a rule that the first person to enjoy, you make your music for, is for yourself.
Yeah. True.
Yes, because the food you want to give someone, you must be able to enjoy it yourself.
True. But there are people who say, and there's a school of thought where people focus on everything you do, art in itself is supposed to be for people. You're making music. Yeah, I know it's your creativity, but
I don't think so.
okay. What do you think?
First person to please. The idea is yours. The motivation was yours. The core of it was presented to you.
Yeah.
So the first person that encounters that idea is you.
True.
And if you are doing it for people, you're missing the whole point.
Then where does the part about like service to people come in?
When you get it,
Okay.
I think a product convinces people. A good product in itself does 50% of the convincing. It speaks louder than, okay, come and hear my work, or come and hear my work. Oh.
Yeah.
If the product is good, people embrace it first. And even the critics, even the naysayers,
Yeah.
say, if I come out of my head and listen to this thing, it's a good product.
Then, with music is very interesting. I like this conversation because I often find myself wondering about it too. Because music is a lot of people, especially within the pop space, or rather, let's just say pop music on a basic level, of course, art in itself has intrinsic value, but it only has utility if a lot of people love it.
That's also that's secondary to me.
Okay.
The first part is that, I have this idea. Do I love it enough to give it to people? Like if I'm a chef,
Yeah.
I say, today I'm making jollof rice. Have I prepared it well enough that I can eat it and say, hey, come, everybody gather, come and see, come and taste of what I've made. So the first person that actually sees and enjoys the finished work is you.
True. So when you make the meal, you are in charge of quality control, testing everything, and then when people love it, then that's when they find value in it.
Yeah.
But you have to create something that they love,
Yes. That you love too.
that you love. Then how do you know what the people will love if you use yourself as a measure of love?
Okay, let me define music first.
Okay.
I define music because for you to get the true value of a thing, you must define it. What it
Okay.
means to you. It's the sound of my emotion. It's how I
Okay.
feel at every point in time. Do I want to party? Do I want to be left alone? Do I want you to just come, listen to me, and go back? Do I want an applause? Do I want to get you thinking? Do I want to talk about an issue in the society? It's how I feel at every point in time. At any point in time, rather. So it's the sound of my emotion. And if you're feeling emotional, it's emotionally it's a certain way. It's your truth.
True.
And truth is universal.
True.
Truth is truth. I said this, like, if you tell a lie, if the age of a lie doesn't make it true.
True.
So if I say, wow, I miss this woman, I miss how she says you're gonna be okay,
Are you picturing these things I'm saying?
Yeah, I am.
Have you felt like that before?
Yeah, I feel like that. I miss the woman over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if I say, I love her, but I don't trust her. So, this is me. Said I have to go. I don't see a future here. We have all been in that place.
True.
Music is truth. So, no matter how I say it, somebody gets to feel it. Even somebody has not been in that, can say, you have that. Truth collides with people's soul. That's why sometimes we hear songs, we don't even know what it means. But it's like oh, wow. Like, this person is saying something that concerns me.
Yeah, I feel
There's
it.
a song called, like, Asha's song that says, Ojúmọ́ tí mọ́,
Yeah.
Ojúmọ́ tí mọ́ mi, ilé yìí. I don't know what that means, but I love it.
You
I
feel
don't
the
want
soul.
anybody to tell me. I've never asked anybody, please tell me what this thing means. But I know that he's saying something. So I can sit down and listen to that song for a whole day. He's saying something that collides with my soul. I don't know what this is saying. You get my point?
I get you now.
Truth is truth.
It's also why music can travel across this emotional pull it has.
Yes.
Also why it can travel across multiple cultures, and some songs can travel across
A lot
multiple.
of people that are now Afrobeat fans
Yeah,
don't get a lot of things we are saying.
true. They can't.
They can't get exactly what the artist is saying. But you see them bringing out the words, like, because music is truth.
So what is the truth in?
What is the truth there?
Hold on, I want to find the part of music and ask you to look for the truth in it. So what's the truth in what's the truth in a line like, every line I think of is true. I can't find the one.
It's the person's experience that is telling you.
True.
Whether it's exaggerated or not. It's what he had. He didn't. The lyrics when he was in the studio did not just jump out from nowhere.
Yeah,
Even if it's somebody that said it to him, it's that person that said it truth.
true. And so when you create your songs, your music, has there been any point in time when you have done something and you're like, this is too true to be shared?
I used to feel like that.
What made you feel that way?
I used to feel that nobody has to know. Until I told myself, you're too old not to say how you feel. It's art. It doesn't have to be perfect.
What was that barrier? What was that barrier?
It was me. It was me saying,
Why did it exist?
again, everybody had this small little self-doubt, restriction within themselves. I want to say this. I don't want to say it. How artistic should I say it?
So self-censorship.
Yes. And I realized one day that creativity, knowledge rather, can stand in the way of creativity. What you know. Once you begin to gather principles and, this is how this should work, this is how it should go, 2 steps, 3 steps, it cuts the flow too.
Because somehow
You want to be too principled, you want to be too perfect to get it. It's a 4-phrase bar. But what if you have something else to say? Just like I believe that people should say what they want to say before they think of rhymes.
just get it all out.
Just say it. Don't think of rhymes first. You might dilute this truth that would have. Oh wow. Where did that come from?
But there's also the place for order and refinement and all of that.
It's called rule because somebody said so.
What if it's the one you created for yourself?
Yes, I've used rule and I've discovered that no, to me, don't let rule not be the first thing that you apply. Say exactly how you want to say it. Then go back and edit it. You don't edit it as you're going.
Yeah.
You don't edit it as
No,
you're
you
going. You're
don't.
going to there's a way creativity flows.
True.
Say it, just say it. Come back a few days. Great songs are not written. They are rewritten. It's what I tell you that as you day go, so not forget home, not forget area. When you don't blow. It's what I gave you that you think the whole song was. But that was not how it started. Great songs are not written, they are rewritten. The things that you did not see were the things that you did not see. The pages I threw, the write-ups that never came to limelight.
Yeah. And still like focusing on the interaction or the intersection between knowledge and truth and artistry. Knowledge, truth, and artistry. So you have been in music for a long time, objectively. Yeah, you've been in music for a long time. You've embraced longevity. And experience is knowledge. It gives you a lot of knowledge, at least.
Yes, it does,
might
it
not
does,
give you
it does.
wisdom, but it gives you knowledge, at least. You see things, you know things. Experience gives you knowledge. And then with knowledge comes refinement. You move things here. Things are supposed to be this way. This is how you structure a release. Like now you have a release coming now. Experience has taught you that you have to go through the DSP channels. You have to go pitch. You have to do all of these things. But in creativity, I tend to discover that the more experienced you are, the more knowledge you gather, the more it sort of like obfuscates that raw energy you had at the start, that willingness to try things, to create the new, to do all of that. Why hasn't that been your problem? Because I've seen it happen to a lot of people. You become jaded.
I think the principle is that the music did not. I've watched people come and go, yeah?
Yeah.
And I say, they say, why is this person not here anymore? I say, the person stopped. It's not the music that stopped.
What does it mean for a person to stop?
The person felt like, okay. You see, the energy used to start.
Yeah.
If you keep going, music respect people that respect it. Art respect people that respect it. And it comes with a lot of discipline. Of all human attributes, the rarest is consistency.
True.
To be able to keep doing the same thing, going the same, have the same energy. You see the first album, the first going, like you were going, like nothing could stop. Nobody could tell you no, that song was not good. Then after the first one, then came the cameras,
The lights,
the
ego,
new friends.
the ego.
I can't wear that shoe no more. I can't live here no more. Guy, we could do studio tomorrow instead of today.
Yeah.
That idea can wait. Once upon a time, that idea could not wait. You were looking for who to produce the music. Everything except the one thing that got you here. You get?
Yeah.
For consistency is what separates the boys from the men. If you want to be here a long time, you must see that consistency is your best friend. If you say, I'm going to be in the studio from 5 to 8, let this whole building be burning down. You're going to be in the studio. Because if I say, come and wait, I say this to people like I said, like, if I say, come and wait for me downstairs to collect 20 million, guy, nothing else in this world will matter.
True.
You should have that love for yourself and your art and your music and what you do. You get what I mean?
I get
So
you.
somebody say, Timi, but man, how long are you going to do? I say, I'm going to do it as long as I can. Because if you love the music will love you back. If you leave the music, it's like a relationship, a serious relationship. If you like girl,
Yeah.
now you go to try fixed date.
True.
Now you go think of moving. Now you've discovered restaurants that were not there before. That you wouldn't have gone before.
True.
You would send text message of how your day is going. You and music should have that kind of relationship. You want her to be in your arms. You want her to call you baby. That's how music should feel to you. Like, with a date, we'll be here a long time.
But growth also means growth in arts, whatever you're creating. While I do a lot of journalism and historical, and I'm a journalist and a historian when I'm on the front end like this. And one thing I've noticed is the more you progress, the more you grow, of course, you embrace consistency, you push. But the more you progress and the more you grow and the more you expand, I find that a lot of things that come with success, maybe they're not like the shallow ones, not your ego or anything getting in place. You're just required to maintain that success. You're just required to do a lot more things, carry a lot more responsibility than focusing on this very act of creating and producing.
Like what?
Like maybe now you have staff. Where you were a writer before, now you're running a newsroom. And now all of a sudden now you have to have staff. You have to make sure this is done. You're no longer writing as much as you have to
But you have to write because writers write.
yes.
Musicians make music. That's the most important part. Who are you? Are you a writer?
You're a writer who has a
Writers
business.
write. Musicians should do what music entails. In economics, it's called the law of comparative advantage.
Yeah.
Meaning that you can't do everything.
True.
You can't cut your hair now.
Why should I?
You can't wake up in the morning and be the person to go and be putting diesel in the gen, then rush upstairs again. You can't be your camera recording yourself, then come back. No. You must do the things that you have advantage to do. So you don't wear thin. So that other people can do other things. So that you will be in that place where you'll be at your best. Staff coordination is not your job here.
True.
You must find somebody that is good, that have good people relationship.
True.
Let them do it. If you think it's to save the money, by doing everything else, you are losing money, you are losing a product.
True.
You are diluting the product that would have given you more value and then more money.
True. Okay. That's a good way to look at it. So with record labels, the same thing.
Yes. You know, record labels have this thing. They always focus on the artist that is going to give them more money.
True.
Why do you think so?
Because that's where
value.
That's where their goose is
It's
cooked.
value. But if you're a new artist, you have to convince them that you have to bring them money. How do you do that?
By making a product that makes sense.
Yes. So all your job, see, when I start writing, there's always one thought in my head. It has saved me from saying a whole lot of rubbish. That my whole job in this particular product is to give an experience. Whichever experience that I want to give, I must put that in the forefront of my head and say, this is the experience I want to give people. Do I want them to cry? Do I want them to jump? Do I want them to feel a certain way? If you do that, you can't. This thing will not say this thing I want to see now. Off the mark.
Okay. And with you, over time, you have learned this, you've perfected it, you've understood like the principles that work for you. Have there been any point in time where you have had this muddied, where the world or the industry or maybe a new wave of success or a new climb on the ladder has somehow dislodged this your thinking?
I don't really go outside though.
I've seen you outside.
Yeah, there's a few times. If they say I got a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can never be me. I like sleep. I like to sleep a lot. And there's something that I do. It's the strangest thing. Anytime I feel like something just happened, I would enter plane to Port Harcourt, drive around the place I grew up, just to calm myself. I cross my heart. I would drive through Ajip, through my tree, through Elele.
For real?
Just for no reason. Just drive so that I will feel that, no, you're not there yet. You know, success is different from succeeding.
True.
I think growth is a progressive thing. You can never know the end of it. I have a teacher. I have this story I used to tell about my teacher. His name is Mr. Odu.
Yeah.
Probably one of the life most valuable lessons I've learned. I never used to like mathematics. I don't know what pi is doing inside mathematics or B or A. When I got to GS1, I was struggling. I was struggling to get it. GS1, GS2, I was just coasting along. So I always complain. So the teacher sat me down one day and told me things about mathematics, how I would go about it. Then I started loving the thing. I started going. He said, first of all, you have to love it. You have to love it. So no people just come out and say, I hate maths. I never get to understand it.
Yeah.
He brought me out of that mindset, and I started loving mathematics. I started doing it. I started going. I was way ahead of my class. Then in SS1, I wasn't paying attention because I had gone ahead. So he was teaching one day. His name is Mr. Odu. He was teaching one day, and I was back in the class. It was simultaneous equation. I already knew it. I was gisting. So I just turned. He just said, Dakolo. And I said, yes, sir. He now wrote on the blackboard, simultaneous equation with 3 variables. I never seen that one before. So he said, come and solve it. I stood before the class and I was like, I don't think there's, he now showed me, well, there's simultaneous equation for 3 variables. And I sat down, I felt embarrassed. I made the mathematics boy. Then he now said something very good to me, very important and valid. He said, at the point in time where you feel you know, there's nothing you can add.
True.
You always know that you don't know everything and there's something you have to know. That's how I approach music. No, I don't know it all.
But mastery is supposed to give you, barely mastery that comes from 10,000 hours.
That's not.
It's supposed to give you a certain level of base, a certain level of imbued
You have known
confidence.
to a certain level, but you haven't known it all. You have known to a certain level. Yeah? That's not even mastery. Who can master anything in this world? There's always somebody that plays it differently. You haven't known that technique, have you?
No.
There's a way the way I would have written Iyawomi is not the way you would have written it.
True.
The way I would have written, I never know say love go feel sweet like this. It's not the way. Your way. Have I known your way?
No.
Of writing it. So how is that mastery?
Then what is mastery then?
Mastery is the word they give to people that have gotten to a certain level, not to say they've known it all. The person that did masters, yeah,
Yeah.
is there no PhD?
There is.
Life is. We are all students of life.
Yeah.
There's something we have to learn every day. Every day. If you say I want to learn something every day, there's something in that your field that you can learn every day.
Yeah, I agree. And this, I'm very particularly curious about this practice of going back home.
It helps me. It grounds me.
When did you first discover that it grounded you?
When I came to Lagos, I got carried away.
By what?
Hey, is that not that Timi, the guy? The hugs, the clap, the applause. That I can buy things that I want to buy.
Okay.
I was disappointed. I said, no. I grew up with my grandmother, by the way.
Yeah, I know you grew up with her.
So it's different when you grow up with your grandmother. You can never be proud. You can never be that hard guy. You must. I think it gives me, don't forget home.
And over the years, you've deployed this technique to ground yourself
Like,
again.
You're not. You're here.
But why do you need a lot of grounding? At this point, you have family. You've got kids. You've got yard people.
I know I'm an individual myself.
True.
You're a person. You're a person first. Like again, like the music I said.
Yeah.
Before you have to please everybody else, you must have pleased a certain amount of yourself. Because you're an individual.
Okay. How did you feel? Did you feel this level of? Did you feel yourself going away when you made a record like Iyawomi and seeing what it did for you and for the world? Did you see yourself going away? Did that in any way? How did you process that?
Let me tell a story.
Okay.
I don't think there are a lot of artists that know the song that we blow up. When you're making a record, a lot of people, you don't know which of them that would give you that thing.
Some people say they do.
It's in when it gets to the public domain.
Yeah.
Then they say, oh, wow. Okay, so let me give you the example of Iyawomi. Iyawomi, I sang it at my wedding. It was the song that I wanted to sing to my wife. You get?
So it was that personal.
Yes. So I sang it, and as I came down, when I talking, I said, the band started playing it. The band started singing it, and the crowd started singing it. And I said, wait a minute.
This was a song for your home.
Yeah, it's like that epiphanic moment. And I said, wait, we have to complete this matter. Because it wasn't complete. Like when I say songs are rewritten, meaning that the first line that I had of Iyawomi was, Iyawomi, please don't leave me lonely. Give me one more chance to make it up to you. It's not even a love song. You see that it wasn't
It was a heartbreak song.
You get?
Yeah.
So if I had not told you this thing, you wouldn't have known.
Sure.
I said, oh, no, let's change it to love song. Oh, where did they come?
And when you got the success from it, how did you process it? Did it in any way destabilize? Because I know success can be destabilizing sometimes.
Oh, scary place.
Yeah. And so did it destabilize your world frame at that point?
No.
What did it do?
I became scared.
Why?
Like, how do I...
Why did you become scared?
Because what do I add to this? Success is stacking. Stacking. Not below the one that is before it. That's what it means. It's like building. You can't put a weak brick on a strong one. A strong one on a weak one on a strong one. The building will collapse. And I believe that one great artwork is far more valuable than 1,100 ordinary ones.
Sure.
And the danger of having one great work and 1,000 ordinary work is that the ordinary ones begin to eat from the great ones. True. Because if you had stood alone, it had so much light. If you bring these tiny, no light ones, they're going to suck out of it. It's just like performing your best song first at an event. Then you not perform one, and
every other thing would be.
By the time you're done, they've forgotten what you did the first one.
Yeah.
So one great work. That's why I say, don't be in a hurry. It's like giving birth to a child. Don't be in a hurry to just be throwing things out into the world. You'll be remembered for it.
Okay. And how about people who I'm trying to frame this question right, because it came from this. How about people who create one particular song and it becomes the defining song of their careers, and then they make 1,000 others that were also good. You know, they had great careers, but they just had that one defining song and it came early.
That's one. What happened? If they had great songs after it, they were great songs.
Yeah, but it just didn't hit that level.
Of course. Again, my point is that ordinary is not great.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah.
It's to stack up. Just keep stacking up. Just tell yourself, nothing goes below this standard. With that, you'll be here a long time. So let me give you an example. Watch a lot of people's sophomore album.
Yeah.
And the first one. Where are you?
There's usually a slump.
Yes, where are you? Because everything else happened except the thing that made you come to that place in the first place.
Yeah. It's a thing in music. It's called the curse of the sophomore.
No, it's not. It
has happened so much that if
it's you are going for everything else except the thing that you say, okay. So I think I want to make a sophomore album, sit in the studio with the first one. So I can't. No, it's not good enough.
One of the things people find with music now everything's faster now.
we have faster ways to connect, more seamless ways to market. We funneled everybody into DSPs.
Yeah. All in there.
Yeah, funneled everybody into DSPs now, where you can prompt and manipulate the audience into how you want. Sometimes manipulate is such a negative connotation. That's worse. That's worse because but yeah, we can move people in the direction we want them, move the audience, and change that. But when you started, there was none of this existed. Mm-hmm. I like to think it was just you sing and then you push it through channels where people see and meet each other. Yeah, communities, all of that before, and then peer-to-peer sharing before a song properly blows. Now birthday, now you guys know say song blow.
Actually.
Now birthday, there is no say song blow.
Yes, so.
Back
Party.
then. Yeah, na party, there is no say
so.
song blow. No be any streaming number, nothing. You just they hear the song well. And now the world's changed. We've seen it become what it is now, this monster. Even now we've had like direct connection to markets that aren't primarily your primary markets, and new communities that might not even understand your cultural context.
Yeah.
They just like the music. For you, what principles exist from the old world and this one? What principles did you carry from that time to this one?
Good music sells. Good music in the right place. Good music in the right place. Yes. Let me move me.
Okay.
Good music in the right place.
Okay.
Well placed. Sells.
Huh.
It does not need much convincing. It just goes. Sometimes you don't know what is happening, but it's just going like a wave, because it's good music and because people can relate to it. It's not in many words.
Yeah.
It's not in many words these days, because a lot of competition. There are a lot of music trying to compete with the listeners. So if your product doesn't give them what they want, they move. So I think that's the difference now. But for me, let the product be good. Let it be sellable. Let it be understandable. In terms that, like, let the human mind, oh, wow, this reminds me of a certain time in my life, or this very moment.
And a good thing you mentioned competition. Do artists really compete with each other?
Yes, they do.
Because people tell you the sky is big enough to fly. The audience
It's the thing people tell themselves to feel good. We are all in competition with the listener's mind and their attention.
Okay.
Even the big companies, even banks, we're competing for this moment, for the money, innit?
Yeah.
Like, everybody's competing, like, for the attention. It's a game of attention.
Yeah.
So if I can grasp yours and hold this for a long time, my job is done.
True. Because that's what defines the.
Yes.
That's what fandom is. People will pay attention to you.
To your shirts, so they go beyond the music after a while, because you have sold them something, not just the music, an experience.
And so they can get elements. They continue to find elements of that experience by latching on to even the ones
After
you
a
are
while,
sharing
the music
with
is not
them.
enough. The music, I want to know more.
How did you deal with that?
Not just give them the music.
Yeah, I know you mostly give them the music, but you wouldn't.
Like,
it also
I'm the
bleeds.
guy you think that you know, because I show you a certain aspect of my life. Because I want to show you that aspect of my life. Because after a while, they will ask for more. No, we don't just want the music. We want to be your roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be the person that follows you to events. We want to know why you wear blue jean instead of yellow or green. We want to know where you got that idea from. Why you was hanging out with that girl.
It's no more about the music.
It's the insatiable needs.
And for people who I've seen people who or rather industry convention or what's considered industry knowledge or canon would be that that's a good place to be in.
It is a good place, and it's for the person. You can get lost in that moment. You see, the spotlight is now so heavy. You will now be too cautious. No, I can't lift my hand like this.
I can't carry my food.
I can't eat akara and bread. No, you are now too cautious for a human being. Because everybody wants to be alone sometimes.
Yeah.
No, not every time you want to greet somebody or hug somebody or say. Sometimes the artists don't want to. They just want to be left alone. Because they have other things apart from. They have families.
Yeah.
They have friends that they just want to hang out like it's a normal day. It's not a lie when as I can say, lonely at the top sometimes.
I had Black Bones on recently, and he went on a very, very specific. I wouldn't call it a rant. It felt like a plea, like he was bearing his soul.
Yeah.
Where he said he can't, like, he has his most fun outside Nigeria. He enjoys his human experience outside Nigeria, and it's not because of the lack of amenities or the dysfunction that exists here. It's more of people he's finally left alone.
Like you want to be human. You want to
walk down the street.
Let nobody take no pictures. There are days like that because in MI's world, me self I be human being.
True.
There are days like that where you just want to let me just stroll. Let me go to the mall with my children.
But you do seem to always have it. Seem to always have the energy.
Like I no send anybody like that. Like I would say I tell people just say this man. See, I've been outside for like 6 days. Let me just play with my children today, yeah? Mona, leave me. I don't want to do anything today. I don't want anybody to call me today. I used to leave my phone sometimes. Let it be on silent. Oh, if it's important, you send me a message. You get my point? Like, sure. I want to buy the normal 4K t-shirts without anybody judging me. And you don't broke. A 4K when don't buy. You get my point? Yeah. Sometimes it's more comfort than I want to wear something that is comfortable. I want to go to Lagos Island and buy 8K jeans. Yeah. It's really nice. I grew up in Port Harcourt. There's a market called OLB Market.
Yeah, OLB
Market.
I grew up in Port Harcourt.
Yes, you grew up in Port Harcourt too.
Yeah, but okay.
You see, there's education under the railway there. We used to buy chinos there and moccasin there. So those are our things. We wait for them to open bail. True. Buy our things. Buy packet shirts. Packet shirts we used to call it. Yeah. With brown belts. You want to rock your thing. And it fits.
True.
And it fits.
And so, with music, you've made a number of classics. A number of them. I can list them. But you've made them. And one of the things that's also interesting is, while you have a love song as a classic, you also have a song for patriots as a classic too. So you have a classic across different themes. Does it get to you in any way when the country continues to degrade and somehow you have to perform this record?
It's hard being in Nigeria. The first thing I'll tell somebody is it's hard being in Nigeria. But what then is hope? What then is hope? The Great Nation is about hope. Yeah. Like, this place is so beautiful. Why are all these things happening to us? I think Nigerians are the only people that hope against hope. The things that will keep people outside this country, we catch cruise with it. You get? Yeah. I think Nigerians are the people that used to say, I beg, I never get money to pay you. I know I'll kill myself. You get my point? True. Everybody be bothered. I don't want to kill him. Say, wait, Jesus, how am I going to pay this? Oh, hey. The person where they owe you, go see the cruise. Catching fun. It's a very special place. If you have stayed abroad, you know how special if this country can get it together, we no go travel. I cross my heart.
Yeah, you can't find.
You can't find the freedom.
Yeah.
The worst part is that the communal living that we enjoy in Nigeria. For Yankee, everybody, they think of, if I give you 1 hour, I don't miss my 1 hour money. You get my point?
Yeah.
They live based on timing and, we're having family function, but I'm working today. For us, we can say, what's up now? Where are you there now? Thursday evening. Make we hang out.
Yeah, that way, you have to plan it.
They plan it. See that communal living that we have here, you can rarely find it elsewhere. I can call you by 4, say, do you have fun? I don't finish to do. I remember we could meet for this place. We could drink, we would laugh.
We'll just talk.
Even between neighbors, safe for Yankee. I'm not really cordial like that.
Not at all. Something happened to me last time I was in London. Stayed at a friend's place, and the fences, great neighborhood. The fences were low, very low, and you can see in the next compound.
Your neighbor?
You see your neighbor, you see his wife, you see his kids. Sometimes it's just behind smoking a cigarette or just having a conversation.
Can't join.
You like, bro, you
you
can't even look there.
See, we enjoy so much here. We don't even know.
You can't say hi.
I told somebody that Christmas in the UK is boring.
It has to be.
I can't. It's after 2 weeks. My kids are there. After 2 weeks, I say, yo, guys, make it be later. I'll make a come to my own solo.
So these are the things you hold on to about this country.
People don't travel as we travel. People know they travel like we travel. Like you just say, I might go Abuja, I want it. No. I entered a cab in New York for the guy to take me to what they call it, New Jersey or something.
Yeah, New Jersey.
The guy said, what? That far? I said, yes, I'm going to see my relative. He said, okay. The guy said he has been in New York been driving this car for more than 20 years. He has not crossed that place.
The state line.
Like I said, don't you enter your taxi and just drive?
Drive,
go check. Why am I doing that?
Go check the area out.
They know they need to travel like us where they say, okay. And that is somehow it's not as far as from here to Redeem Campo.
Yeah.
Or Maryland like that. No, they know they cross. They calculate everything.
But beyond that, you promised us an album.
Yeah.
And it never came.
The album is here now.
This was not the one you promised
I
us.
changed my mind. The album is still there, Love and Consequences.
What happened to Love and Consequences? Because
I'm going to revisit it. I'm been working on a new project.
Okay, but what happened to that one?
Nothing.
What changed?
Nothing. I just decided, okay, let me switch a bit, then come back. I switch a bit and come back. I'm testing waters. I say, why do I have a slice when I can have the whole loaf?
So, chorus leader. I know we've had an earlier conversation about this, but that one's for text. This one's multimedia, and so different audience. Chorus leader. Why is it called chorus leader? Why is chorus leader the next iteration of your existence?
The chorus leader, meaning that these are sing-along songs. And sing-along songs are like, if you grew up in church, I sing a small part and we sing along. I sing a small part. Look, I'm just leading you.
Oh.
You get? I'm just leading you. So I would say, hey, now we grew up in church. Somebody
Yeah.
lead.
Call and
All
response.
of us will respond. It's call and response. And that's what I wanted to do with this project.
And that's very technical.
Yes, you have to be picturing your audience.
Yes, to make this.
Yes.
But it also ties back with that thing you say, that guiding principle of creating an experience. So you also have to have your audience.
If your audience can sing along your chorus or part of your song, you have done a great job. Because the more they sing to it, the more they experience the song. And I always tell artists, don't make the chorus very complicated. It's not for you. It's for the audience. The chorus of a song is for the audience. It's not for the artist. By that I mean that everything else you say in the verse, all your vocal dexterity, concern the audience. They're not musicians. They're really musicians.
Yeah.
It's called a chorus because they want to chorus it. So it's like they're waiting. They're waiting. Give me my part.
Then they
They go, so you get everything else you have said is to lead them to that place. So make it as simple and as easy as possible so that they can sing along with you.
But how about records without choruses?
I don't think there are any song without choruses.
There's some records without hooks. Someone just wakes up and goes.
No, say it. Give me one.
This song by Benson. Babe, you are Benson's fan. The devil. I can't get the name now.
The last line.
Huh? What is it called? Yeah, Bad Since 97. He didn't have a chorus.
Sing the last line. The last line is called refrain line.
Yeah.
It explains everything he has said. That's where the audience is. Emily Sandy. And then next to me. You know that? You know that song?
Yeah.
So what that line does, it takes all the power of the chorus. So you say, then you go, and you would find it next to me. So you say everything. So when it gets to next to me, they are there. The chorus of a song is the why of a song, by the way.
This is the first time I'm hearing this.
It's why you have told me, no, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving. But I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your heart,
as your soul shows.
Yes, it shows. You have told me all that so that you can tell me, I can't live if living. Bring any song. I will tell you, this is why he told me that. This is why I told you, I get sick when I'm far away from you for so long. Just to tell, baby, oh baby, you're like medicine to me. You give me everything I need. Bring any song. I will tell you the why. It's the chorus. You will get it now. So if you listen to songs from that perspective,
Yeah.
the what, the how, the when, the everything is the verse. The why. You have told me all those things. It's the chorus.
Then how about records with like cognitive dissonance?
Like what?
Like where the verse goes off on one thing and then the chorus goes off on another thing.
The why.
I give you an example.
Okay.
Wizkid and Ice Prince on a song of Fire of Zamani. He had a song there called Commotion. And then, but it felt like two different people were making two different songs. Because Ice Prince goes heavy on everything regarding it was just braggadocio, lyrical braggadocio. He was hitting his chest. I make money. I kill my haters. Some people say they want to, like all of that stuff. You know how artists are when they want to beat their chest. Gorillas. And then Wizkid shows up and then he just goes up, all of my girls, them kiss and caress me. All of my girls. Yes. She's causing commotion.
I've made it to realize when something is not why.
Yeah.
See what I've done now?
Yeah.
I've made it to realize that that's not why Ice Prince said that thing.
True.
So when you listen
and
now,
it felt disconnected.
Yes. See, let me tell you, okay, let me give you another example. Every song exists in a scene. Every song exists in a scene.
True.
You must tell me where this thing that you're saying is happening. If not, your listeners are sweet. You know, like how you start a song on the radio. I came back and I wonder. Then after a while, you don't know what they're saying again. You see that one, how you not change the channel. So you come back to being a person. You can't take me on a journey. You can't tell me to be coming to
nowhere.
To Lekki one. Then you now say, okay, so when you reach your Jota, no. You understand my point? Yeah. You are punishing my
I'll go back
yes,
house.
You would.
I'll go back house.
That's the switching.
Yeah.
That's the switching. Like, oh no, where we don't know where we go. That's how you tune off from a song.
Because they lose you.
Yes, they lose you because it's a journey. Okay, another thing is that if you pick up your phone and say, okay, let me read a lyric of a song. If you can read it without the melody, read it and you get it. You are getting it. It should read like a lyric.
That's my favorite pastime, reading songs.
Just read it. Don't forget. Don't think about the melody, even if you have not heard it before. Oh yeah, this is what they're saying. So I can say, old pirates, yes, they robbed I, and then sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the, it's going, it's building. You get my point?
Yeah.
But if it's not built, if I say, old pirate, like they sold I, 2 pictures and a bird. Why are you eating so loud? You see how you're feeling like I'm okay.
Already.
Where is
you start stressing me already.
You're stressing me.
In writing, we have this rule. Journalism. Who, what, where, and why. And if you're going to tell a story,
You must answer all those questions.
yes, it's the 3 W's and 1 H.
Even in songwriting, you must answer these 3 questions clearly. Who is talking? To whom and why?
Let me try to find an example. Let me try to find an example of a record that we think does not have any deeper meaning. That's just groove. Okay. Like if you see Odumodu Black and Charlie Poppy, their song Cast. I see it now. Even thinking about it, I see it obey. Thinking about the lyrics and everything, and even the hook, it obeys all those rules.
Who is talking? Odumodu is talking.
Yeah, Charlie Poppy was talking, he passed smoke, he didn't pass it back. That means you've casted the gathering because you're not a communal member. And everybody goes, he don't cast. He don't cast. And that's it.
Yeah. No matter how you want to judge a lyric or a music, think of what they're saying. Who is talking? To whom? And why are they saying that?
Always a scene.
You don't cast. That's what they were telling you. The way you say you don't cast is not the way that Charlie Poppy will say it.
Sure.
Your experience is not my experience. You grew up in Brooklyn, I grew up in the Lilimo. You fear those Navy men. You fear those GSS, Brooklyn.
Yes, though.
Even
Yes.
Stalamaris.
Yeah, all of them.
Me, I grew up being afraid of GTC boys.
Even comprehensive voice.
Brooklyn, GSS, Baptist High School.
Yeah. I get it. So you're making this. God, you've taught me so much about music today.
Have I?
Yes. I've never seen it.
I'm an upcoming artist.
Well, you are, but you understand. You've gone beyond creating and you've studied principles, or rather.
I ignore them now. You get what I mean?
But this is making a song, making an album, where you are focusing on call and response. You're leading.
That to be the core of the thing. So every music should have a theme.
Okay.
Every album should have a theme. You get?
Yeah.
Every album should have a theme. Like, this is what I want to say. This is how I want this thing to build as it goes. And you say, okay, don't deviate from it. Because you want to take a people to a certain place. You get?
Yeah.
You want to take them somewhere. So don't deviate from it. Let them not get lost in track 7.
Sure.
I always advise people that listen to the whole album. The song you think that is your best song is not your best song.
True. That's the one that was marketed at you.
Yes, that's the one that we sold to you. Listen, calm down a bit. You'll find that song that you love that explains you to you. You get?
I get.
So, music, humans, it's not going to go anywhere. Even God followed rhythm. On the first day, he made earth and it was good. On the second day, he came, he made, like, you see, it was everything in life is rhythm. Even, that's what they call, you know how you play this thing, syncopation?
Yeah.
It's still in the beat.
True.
It's a routine. I think greatness is routine. Just find what works for you and stick to it. But these principles that I'm telling you of, there are a lot of things you can do with them. Know them.
Yeah.
Apply them. Know them. apply them or suspend them. Know them and do whatever you like with them.
You can know them and improve on them.
That's we say do whatever you like with them.
Yeah.
Surprise your audience more often than not. That is the thing that keeps them staying. Like, okay, if I say, look at these 4 lines I'm going to sing. Maybe I'll forgive you, baby. Maybe I would go away. Maybe I would walk away, baby. But that's not what I would do. Which of the lines do you think stuck the most?
That's not what I would do.
See, the last line has nothing to do with the first 3 lines. You know why I kept that one?
Why?
It's because if I da 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 da. It's the last line is not the same line as the first.
No, it doesn't.
Guess what that does? Spotlight. And because it's in the last line, in music, there are many things that we don't know. The first line of a song and the last line of the song, of the section, has spotlight. The first thing I would say and the last thing I would say, it has spotlight. So that's where you put important things. So if I want to talk to you, if I just come here and say, there was so much traffic on my way here. You see where I've taken you to?
Yeah.
There was so much traffic. You'll be saying,
Go on. Mm-hmm.
I got to Zumba. You not believe traffic light was not working, so everywhere was jam-packed. And I passed that Civic Center road. You're listening?
Yeah.
That's why I came late. You see how I've held you from the conversation?
Yeah.
What most people do is that they start the conversation and not follow it through. So you lose people. If you can't explain, so creatives have this problem. We want to say everything at once. So that's why it's hard for people to write verse 2 of anything.
Yes.
Because everything they want to say, they've said it in the first verse. So if I say, okay, I called my wife, she didn't pick. She keeps doing that. She will not call me later to say she was sorry. But what I go do now? I'll be her husband. You see how I stayed with my wife on one verse.
Sure.
But if I come to you and say, I called my wife, she did not pick. And we're supposed to see a movie today. We have some few friends. I'm not doing this thing again. I've brought I, her, they in one verse. What do I say in the second verse? You see, it will be harder to now. But if you stay with I or her or they in the first verse, you can go somewhere else in the second verse. But because we like to say everything at once, it's always hard in the second time we're saying it. We can't go from party in the first verse. In the same first verse, we're in your father's house.
True.
Every song happens in a place.
Example. I love using examples. So, because you're teaching, and to me to understand. So, an example is, think of Rema's Calm Down. First verse, he shows up, tries to raise a girl up, baby, calm down. Your body's like this, your body, it's doing things to me. Symptoms are showing. And then the first verse, he goes, first verse is, you get to one girl, he sets the scene for a party, how he talks to her and goes in. That's all he did on that first verse, how he interacts with that girl at the party. Second verse starts from when he reaches home.
With her?
No, with her. As I reach my house, I say, make I rest more. Okay. There's one verse too.
See, that's the thing.
And then he couldn't focus. After he met the girl, that he got home, he said he wants to rest, but he couldn't focus without that girl.
It's a journey.
Yes.
We
left the party with him, and then that's it.
If I tell you that was nothing I want to tell you after.
True. I see it now.
I'm a better A&R because of this conversation. Thank you. I have an A&R meeting in maybe in 3 hours. For
Tell them to call me. I'll tell them
for
where they're missing the point.
for all.
But it's true. There are simple things that we ignore. See, the whole of that Mariah Carey first. I like that song because it says it's one song that is very technical in talking about songwriting.
Yeah.
Lonely, Mr. Lonely, I have nobody. Why did he tell you all those things in the verse? Just to tell you lonely.
Yeah.
You get my point?
Yeah.
So yes, just see the chorus as the why. If you see it as the why, there's the way you carry it. And because the chorus of a song is the bride,
Yeah.
your best ideas are supposed to be there. Because nobody should dress better than the bride at her wedding.
True. And for chorus leader, you've already started with Men of the South.
Man, this
It's an ode, or some people say paean. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I saw it in a book. Paean or ode. Ode, I know ode. They call it an ode. It's an ode. I used to. I learned English from reading, not from speaking it.
my brother, all of us.
And so it's an ode to like where you're from.
I'm from Bielsa. I grew up in Port Harcourt.
Yeah, I know.
This
That's
kind
why
of
Men
music-
of the South.
This
That's
kind of music we grew up with. When I was growing up, there are people they call members.
yeah.
You know members? They used to just play gyration
Yeah,
music.
just gyration.
Yes, we just be saying, God, this
After a while, they turned it into these people laid claim to it.
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. Then the Cold Stone had it. Then the Kegites distributed it
I
around.
mean, like it was the thing.
I think to me, I believe it's the original palm wine music.
Like,
That's what I believe. That's what I call it.
They will go for hours.
With one,
Just one kind of melody.
one melody and one rhythm, and they just hold it
Same.
for hours, and they fit in multiple sings, multiple stories, multiple
Call and
elements.
response.
What call and response?
You see that one person will sing, everybody will join.
Yes.
One person will sing the something that sounds like the verse. Everybody will join.
It's beautiful. When it dropped, so every New Music Friday, part of my job routine is Friday morning. If I don't sleep late, Thursday night into Friday, if I don't sleep late, I wake up in the morning, 4 a.m., 3 a.m., and that's the first thing I do. I just go harvest all the songs that have been dropped in this country and beyond, mostly with a focus on Nigeria. But I have certain people outside, and I just bring them together, and I play each of them and decide what I get to keep and what I push away. And one thing I've noticed is a lot of the songs I get to keep for myself, they eventually become hits.
You have an ear for it then.
Yeah. A lot of the songs, let's say I have a huge, not to be very, 80 to 85%. The other 15%, they are mostly like cult heroes where States will never forget or
they'll be here.
no, yes. But 85% of the records I get to keep for myself become hits. And so last Friday, I only kept 2 songs. One of them was yours.
Hey, I'm almost famous.
I know you are. One of them was yours, Men of the South. Because immediately I heard it, I'm like, hey, this is home. This feels.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Like let me know. Like God forbid we forget where we're coming from.
True.
And we're very cultural people. We're very colorful people. And I believe that if we don't tell our stories, somebody else will. And they will not tell it as precisely and as beautiful as we can. So we'll now be angry. That's not how it happened.
True.
That's nice. That's not how they say it. That's not how we do it. But we're not telling it.
True.
So that's the whole idea of some of the things that I'm doing. I say, oh no, we used to sit down in the evenings after Taste by Moonlight and just be mumming things out as children. But everything else happened.
Yeah, true.
And everybody went there. If we had kept on that culture, You know that Sunday night?
Yeah. It's like
Yes. That's
it's
we
oral.
need to
It's,
tell our
it's oral
stories more.
history. It's history being transported from
We
generation
need
to
to start telling our stories again. I tell somebody, have you met a Niger Delta person in their element? Like I grew up in Port Harcourt. Like we used to play from Ajib
Yeah.
to Rumukuta. Nobody was afraid that
Yes.
anything will happen to you. Don't nobody say you don't get to come back to Lagos bus stop.
Yes. No.
Captain Amangala
Yes,
walk
no.
like don't nobody was
Bobo.
afraid. Your father will not find you. They'll know that by 4 you are back home. We play street football, create competition.
Yes.
But we are losing those things to say we are getting modern. But these are the things that make the reason why the Chinese are the way they are. They pass it down. They pass it down. There's a thing they used to call in Port Harcourt Akonaki.
I know Accompanying.
Port Harcourt Tourist Beach. That time, Isiboro Park was the place.
True.
It doesn't have to do with children and adults. It was May 27th. Everybody was there.
Yeah. Just give me a wave of nostalgia. It's so fine. And we have a new project coming. We've done this for like over an hour plus.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, we have. We did 31 before. This is 36 now.
Let me go.
Yeah. One question. I'm looking forward to this, to the project dropping. It was on high on my list for Friday. Now I have to go and change my calendar now.
DSP people, they've not really fully opened.
Oh yeah, true. Because I know my friends at DSPs just started resuming yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. So let me give it 1 more week.
Okay, beautiful. And how would you, at this point, how would you judge success now? Seeing someone who has enjoyed a variety of it, multiple levels of it, and now you're stepping out again. How would you gauge success?
I've tried though. I've tried.
Yes, you have.
I've tried. Because the fact that I'm personally doing my thing by myself. I have no sponsor anywhere. It's the work I put in, the money that comes that I put back in. And I think that's the culture that a lot of people should imbibe.
Okay. DIY?
Bet on yourself.
Okay.
Bet on yourself. If you can, bet on yourself. Start from this thing. I knew when I won Idols, that's the thing that brought me to Lagos. That's the thing that actually, like I told you that I am an accidental musician. Like it's not the thing that I wanted to do. You can't even say it in my house. So when I won, people were still giving me, I've won Idols, but people were still giving money inside envelope. You get that point? Like they say, oh, thank you, honorarium. They used to call it honorarium. And I would take it. But I said to myself, Timi, the idea is to create value up onto the point where you cannot be ignored. If you create much value, very soon within them they will know that no,
I don't feel it like
no. When they call this guy, like you will get to a point where you say for us to tell Joey to come and sit down somewhere, run and me check fully. You get my point?
It happens to me a lot now.
Yes. You know when you started, you want people to just listen to you.
Yeah.
That you have something to say. But if again consistency, I believe as a person, everybody else can be wrong. If you have an idea and a dream, everybody else can be wrong. The idea wasn't given to them. They just see that, oh, this is people judge you from what they know you from.
Yeah.
But nobody is static. It's either you're growing or you're digressing.
True.
Or you are reducing in value.
To stand still, generally,
To stand still actually
is to fall behind.
Is to fall behind. Because we are moving. You say, oh no, this is the thing I'm doing. This is the thing I'm doing. Okay. How do I upscale?
How do I make it better?
How do I become valuable? How do I get to the point where I cannot be ignored? Someone said to me, Tim, you know what advertisement is all about? I said, and so that people buy it. I said, no, that's not what advert is all about. Advert is that so that when the option presents itself for them to make a choice, you're in their mind.
True. I think that's where we wrap this up.
Yay,
thank you so much. I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the project. Yes. I can't wait.
Chorus leader.
I can't wait. Chorus leader. Thank you so much for coming.
I love being here. You my guy. You my Port Harcourt brother.